Good afternoon. Today I'm going to introduce you to a bunch of different apps that you can use for teaching your students online. The first one is what I'm using right now, which is called Screencastify. To download Screencastify, all you do is it's a free Google Chrome app. You go to a new tab, you would type in Screencastify, select it. Mine says already installed, but yours would say add to Chrome, it's free. Once it's installed, you'll have this little icon up here, which looks like an arrow pointing, a red arrow. And when you click on it, it would give you the option of recording. Right now, my desktop is being recorded, but normally it would be like, record. Do you want to include a video? Do you want to include your voice? And you're like, yes, I'd like both of those. Thank you very much. And then you would start recording. Um, All right, so this is looking at my Google Classroom, and in my Google Classroom, I have classwork. I actually shared this with some other teachers so they can upload things as well to my classroom. All right, the first thing that I want to show you is something called Quizlet, which I'm pretty excited about as well. With Quizlet, it is an online way for students to practice your vocabulary words. So, for example, we're doing figurative language, and so I created these slides with the words and the definitions. When I say create, it's super simple and easy to do this. So basically what I would do is I would say create a study set. I would call it figurative language, for example. You can add a description, and then you could import your list of words from Google or Word, any of those. So you would have your word and your definition, and then once you have done that, it'll walk you through just step by step. You click, yes, I like that. Yes, I'd like to insert some pictures. I'm just going to do a real simple version with 3 words to show you. So, simile compares to things. I'm going to be lazy. I'm actually not going to do it that way. Um, I'm going to go to one that has already been started or already done and just show you how I would edit it. So this one already done. You can see all of these are my words and my definitions, and I can edit what they say, and I can add in pictures and add and remove terms. This is my list. These are the flashcards. The students can do any of these activities. This is a favorite one. It's called match, where they're timed, and they have to match up the words and the definitions. So it looks like this. A word that imitates a sound, that's onomatopoeia. You put it there and it disappears. Flashcards, learn, answer every term correctly. A comparison of two unlike things using like or as, that's a simile. Yes, I got it right. As you can see, there are multiple games that they can play to practice vocabulary. You can do this with any subject. Another link that I have in my Google Classroom for students is to practice their new spelling words each week. So it's a website called Spelling City, and this is also free. You create your spelling word list. It's the same type of idea. You just import your list of spelling words, and here I have 20 spelling words. And then once you have your list of spelling words, it creates games that the students can play to practice those spelling words. You see, read a word, hang mouse, spelling teach me, spelling test me. The hang mouse is like hangman, where the students have to figure out what the spelling word is. The audio word match, they have to listen to the word and match the word. Spelling test me, there's a word search, anyhow, a bunch of different ones. Spelling City, free app to practice your spelling words. What else do I have that I'd like to show you? Oh, everybody loves vocabulary, and here is my vocabulary link with the students' join code in case they need it from home. And vocabulary has tons of different activities that the students can do. When they click on it, it shows them a fun video about that skill, and then it has vocab cards and games and activities that the students do that the students can do after they watch the video. Okay, so that is vocabulary. And with Google Classroom, I could upload PowerPoints, which is what I did here. These are the PowerPoints that I will be using next week, so the students can look at them anytime that they want. Freckle, I have a link here to Freckle. I put in the join code. In order to create an assignment in Google Classroom, I think you've probably all done this. But you just click assignment and then give it a title. You can add a link, add something from Google Drive, upload a file like a Word document, or a YouTube link as well. Let me see, what else can I show you in Google Classroom? To get to Google Classroom, you only need to be logged into Google. Sometimes you have trouble if you're logged in as someone else. So for me, for example, I have multiple accounts. This is me trying to see if a student could log in. But I have multiple accounts. I have to be logged in not with my old Seed School account, not with my personal email. I have to be logged in as L. Ramos at LCS York. Once I'm logged into the correct Google account, I can access my Gmail, my Drive, my Classroom, everything is there. Oh, that's another assignment I wanted to show you. So another thing that you can give students to do is have them create a Google slide. Me, for example, I wanted the students to create a Google slide about figurative language. So I did the blank slide myself. What I did was I put in the instructions. First off, they have to do file, make a copy, and they have to copy the entire presentation. Once they do that, then they'll be able to make, I always tell them to put in their name there. Then they'll be able to make copies of it that they can make changes to. They can't make changes to my original. They have to do a copy first. So I tell them to rename it figurative language plus their name. Tell them to share it to me, because if they don't share it with me, so sharing, you click share, and I would have you put in L. Ramos so that they know share it with me, then I can see it. If they don't share it with me, I can't see it. Oh, you should also see this. When you share with people, you have multiple choices. You could say anyone at Lincoln Charter Schools with a link can view it, meaning they can look at it but can't make changes to it. If I let them edit it, then I would have all the students trying to edit the same document, which doesn't work out very well. There are more choices down here. If I'm worried that they're logged on from a computer at home or a laptop or something, I want anybody with the link to be able to view it, then I would switch to this one. Anyone with the link can view. Once I have saved my changes, I would copy the link, and then I can share that link with anybody. Okay. Now, what they're supposed to do is, for me, when I make these for vocabulary practices, I have put the word in the definition, and then their job is to look up an image, 2 images is what I tell them, that would match with the definition. So it's just a way of them processing it. So I would go to insert, image, search the web. That's the way I usually do it, because this is a safe search for images, and they're images that are free. So similarly. And then I look for something that I could use for simile, meaning similar to, using like or as. Now this is a problem that happens to us because students get stressed out sometimes if the images don't come up really easily. simile examples is a way you can get around that. So there we go. I have one. Just drag it over. Rusty red surface, cratered, layered, rocky plain. Someday we'll touch Mars. Now, does that match the definition? Did they use like or as? No, it didn't. So they'd have to look a little bit more. So I'm looking for an example of something that uses like or as. Anyhow, really not the best example. Let me try onomatopoeia. Let me get to that one. That's a quicker one. There you go. So here's an example of onomatopoeia. Bam. That is definitely the use of words such as hiss or boom that imitate the sounds associated with the objects. All right, so that works out really well for vocabulary. You just create a Google slide and put the words and definitions in each slide. Then the kids can modify it and make changes to it. What else do I have in Google Classroom? I found some games that I just happened to locate online. Simile and metaphor games. It was actually an e-reading assignment. And I posted a link, and then the kids can play the game. Faces at the street crossing shine like. That's going to be a simile. Okay, so you can insert links to games that you find online. After I have finished doing all of this, all I would do is click here again at the arrow, which stands for screencast, and I would click stop if I'm done recording. When you're done recording, this is super cool because it has right here with the recording, you can watch yourself play over the recording again and be like, oh, that's what I sounded like. Oh, that's what I looked like. I know you can edit it, but I'm not skilled enough yet to do that. I'd have to play around with it a little. The great part, though, is when I'm done, I can click Share to Google Classroom. And then because I'm in Google already, all my Google Classroom classes are there. And I could pick which class I'd like to share it to, and the video would be shared. And I can also publish it to YouTube. And when you publish it to YouTube, it takes several minutes. But once it is published, you can share the links and you are good to go. All right, I guess that's pretty much what you need to know about the Screencastify app. Me signing out here, clicking stop. I hope you use these and that they help you.